Toby, I think we got a pretty cool rock collection going here, but I think it needs a little bit more. What do you say we head out tomorrow and do some rock hounding?
Rock hounding. What do we know about rock hounding?
Nothing. But we'll gather some stuff and we'll learn together, huh?
All right.
Sounds good. Most of our trips usually involve a hike of some sort into the backcountry, but today we're taking a drive into the desert on the outskirts of Las Lunas, New Mexico. It's a pretty remote area, but it was fun to get out into the middle of nowhere.
Just continue going straight southwesterly direction.
Even though you're driving, it's important to follow the same rules. Make sure someone knows where you're going, make sure you're prepared, and make sure you have the right gear to spend an extended time out. Well, we made it. We don't really know what we're doing. The one thing about rock hounding that I do know is you got to have a Indiana Jones type hat. But we got a rock hounding book, and there does look to be a lot of quartzite and stuff in here, so we're just gonna chip away at this edge and see what we can find. So this area that we're in has a lot of round rocks, sort of like almost river cobble. So what that tells me is that this area that we're in, not just the gully that as it is now, but in the past, has had flowing water, and that these rocks have tumbled and become rounded. We are finding some cool stuff. Let's go take a closer look. Taking a closer look here, we can see all these cobbles and this layer of rock that's been put down, and that's where we're finding some of the cooler rocks. Toby seems like he found a pretty cool rock. What do you think that is, Toby?
I don't know. It looks like a piece of quartzite. I think it would look nice in our collection, though.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a keeper. So it looks like this is a piece of jasper. That's one of the rocks that we're supposed to be able to find here. What rock hounders will do is they'll take this back and they'll polish it up real good. We don't have a polishing machine, but we definitely will clean it up, and maybe that'll be a candidate for our little museum. So I think one of the things that makes this place so special is the variety of rocks. And we just found this one right here. And if you see right here, there is like a honeycomb looking pattern. That is Bryozoa. That is a creature that lived in the ocean about 300 million years ago. So we got a fossil here amongst all these other cool rocks. So we got a piece of quartzite here, and we found with a couple other pieces. It's kind of cool. You'll get some facets on it. Just got to be careful when you do this. And we can kind of see inside the rock. So this quartzite is really just sandstone, but that's been gone through metamorphosis. So heat and pressure, usually from tectonic action or something like that, is what forms this quartzite. And it's a pretty cool, very hard rock. When we decided to make this video, we thought long and hard about how it would adhere to leave no trace principles. But most rock hounding is done in areas that are disturbed, like road cuts, washes, and things like that. So while we think you should adhere to those leave no trace policies, I think every once in a while it's okay to go out and do some rock hounding. And according to BLM and Forest Service guidelines, you are allowed to collect things like agates, jasper, obsidian, chert, geodes, thunder eggs, and things like that. You're even allowed to collect some petrified wood and some other special specimens. Now, you do have to leave things like artifacts and things like that. So check your local regulations about what's legal and proper in your area. So just out of the corner of our eye, we happen to notice some blue on this rock. So we're going to clean it off and see what we can find. Give it a spray there, Toby. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got like a... So we broke that rock apart, and that's what we found inside. So we found this one. It's not like a gem, but it's a really cool rock. Probably kind of like almost like travertine. Something was in there, the rock formed around it, and now that the rock has been broken away or washed away, we can see the inside of the cave. Cave. It looks like a cave, doesn't it? With a big column and stalactites and stalagmites in there. Just a cool rock. This is probably the closest we've come to finding obsidian. This is some sort of really hard metamorphic rock that you could see being worked into a tool. It's already kind of like a good digging or scraping tool, but not quite obsidian, I don't think. Or not a fully formed obsidian like we find in arrowheads. So far we've found 2 of these rocks. They're not really what rock hounders are really looking for, I don't think, but they're really interesting in that they have these bumps on them. That's got to be some sort of erosion process taking place that forms these strange bumps on these rocks. So this was the first time rock hounding for either of us, and actually right at the very end there we found what we thought was a real piece of obsidian. You can see how shiny that is. Native Americans would make that into arrowheads and spear points and knives and things like that. But we found a lot of other cool rocks. We found a fossil. We found a lot of quartzite. I think we found some good specimens for our collection back at the center. And I think we had fun. Yes. And that's probably the most important part.
Absolutely, yes.
So just another activity to go out, get yourself out in nature, and have some fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Complete video, we got some cow poop.